All right, everybody, welcome to CNC The Extra Pass. CNC Sports Show. We have our episodes, and sometimes, we go over the clock. There's a lot of topics. There's a lot of things that go on. So we decided to create a mini episode to keep everything rolling, and it's going to be exclusively on YouTube. Just watch the video and enjoy more things that we got to talk about. And our first mini episode of the Extra Pass, a lot of extensions, a lot of contract talks have been going on in the NBA. First, we got to start off with Pascal Siakam. He got his extension with the Toronto Raptors, 4 years, over $130 million. He got paid. If you don't know, Pascal Siakam put on a show in the playoffs, especially in the NBA Finals, and he earned his money. He's looking like one of the rising stars in the NBA. So what is your reaction to Pascal Siakam getting this extension? Did he deserve it?
Get your money, man. I think a part of the reason why he got his extension is because of what the entire team accomplished, right, collectively. So he got money for that. He also got paid for his production, how he did get involved, right, in this playoff, or I'm sorry, in this championship win last year. So 4 years, $130, $140 million. That's some big money, but now the ball can't stop there. He can't just stop there. It has to continue. Now, as we've discussed in previous episodes, that Toronto Raptors are probably not going to be at the top of the cream of the crop there, but as an individual, he still needs to do his part, do as much as he can for the Toronto Raptors.
Right. And this is the Raptors securing their future. Like when Kawhi Leonard left, everybody expected them to just drop off the face of the earth. And Toronto Raptors was like, no, we're going to continue this. We're going to continue to fight for the playoffs. We're going to try to defend our championship, et cetera, et cetera. So they just secured their future with Pascal Siakam because their roster, their main guys on their roster is full of Asian players, Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, et cetera, et cetera. So they just locking in a very important piece. And if they didn't pay him, somebody was going to pay him.
That's a fact. Somebody definitely will pay him. That's a fact.
Somebody definitely is going to pay him. But speaking of pay, somebody's looking for their pay right now. He's not getting it, and it's becoming a problem. Buddy Hield out of the Sacramento Kings. He has not been offered an extension yet. He's looking for it. He's basically telling the team, pay me now. Please pay me now or get me out of here. He actually made a money sign gesture. He did this to Vlade Divac. Yeah, it was kind of funny, but right. But it's a serious situation for the Kings. They looking to be a rising team in the NBA. Now they got to deal with this, with Buddy Hield asking for his money. My opinion, pay that man. Right. Y'all trying to build a winner. First of all, the Kings rescued themselves out of hell, basically, because their organization was just ran like trash. Like I couldn't even explain it. And now they got a future. De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, pay that man. That man last year, Buddy Hield averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, 45.8% overall, 42% shooting from three, and he started all 82 games. He didn't miss a game.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Very important to note that when it comes to paying players, because that means that you're taking into account their health, right? Making sure that they're playing. Like you said, he's been averaging 20 points. He's been averaging 32 points a game. He is in his rookie still in his rookie contract, as he was drafted number 6 overall in the 2016 draft. And when you think about the Sacramento Kings, who do you think about though?
De'Aaron Fox comes to mind. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Well, I definitely don't forget Buddy Hield. Can't forget him and his shooting. I think he deserves to be paid. But today's now technically Sunday on the East Coast, and the deadline for this contract extension, if I'm not mistaken, is Monday. So, is it going to get done? Probably not. But is he going to force his way out? I'm not sure. There's a lot of leverage or different ways that this can go as for Buddy Hield. But in my opinion, I believe that they should go in favor of Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield, pay that man.
Yeah, pay him. And if I was Buddy Hield, if they not gonna pay me, what I do, I just put on the show in the regular season. Average 20 points again, shoot lights out again, and then in the off season, I'm getting my bag. Somebody gonna give me my bag.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so Buddy Hield, get your money, but at the same time, ball out. Don't let it affect you.
Right. Smart about it. Don't definitely need to be
Yeah,
smart about the way he's going about this. You know what I mean?
right. So, but somebody else got paid, not Buddy Hield. Bradley Beal accepted a 2-year, $72 million max extension with the Washington Wizards. He accepted that. My reaction with this was why? Like why? Why would you want to go back to the Wizards for another 2 years? I didn't understand that at all, unless they could pull off a trade at some point. But man, I think he was due to be a free agent next summer in 2020. And now he just latched on another 2 years on his contract, even though it was a max deal. At the same time, like, dude, I don't know. You got to get out of there because the Wizards ain't going nowhere. They just falling. So that's my thoughts.
Do they even have a GM yet? The Wizards? I think they do. Well, excuse me, they probably have to, considering they just paid Bradley Beal. But I think that when he was asked about why DC for the 2 years, why Washington Wizards, why did he accept the extension? He said it's his family. He's really deeply embedded in that Washington community. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And right now, he's getting best of both worlds. He's fulfilling his responsibility as a philanthropist, as a humanitarian. I'm sorry. Down in DC doing all this community service work. He has his family down there, you know what I'm saying? And he's getting money. Like he already knows, he's not stupid. He knows what's going on with the Wizards. We're not really about to flirt right now. I can get my money, keep my family, and do what I do in here, and then see where it takes me. At least, I'll still get paid at the end of the day. So shout out to excuse me. My opinion, Bradley Beal, shout out to him. Do what's best for you, man. Do what's best for you.
Nah, I look like the villain now.
Wear it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody definitely has to wear it.
I was just speaking from a basketball standpoint.
Like, of course.
Somebody was gonna give him that max either way. Somebody was gonna give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he loved that DC area, but I guess that's what he wants at the end of the day. So I, can't be too mad about that.
Right now, remember that's where he is right now. I think he recently had a baby. You know what I'm saying, to move his family, move all that right now. Now just let it chill, let it sit. 2 years ain't that bad. 2 years is mad quick, right? And then a lot can happen in 2 years.
Yeah, except for the Wizards being a playoff threat. But anyway. Another guy seeking his money, but he's trying to go an unconventional route. Jaylen Brown, Boston Celtics, he turned down an $80 million extension. It seems like that he's betting on himself to have a great season, and he's looking for more money. Matter of fact, that's the reason why he turned down the extension. He wants more money. Last year, he kind of took a drop a little bit, points per game. He finished with 13, and he also caught a lot of criticism, especially early on in the season. Everybody was pointing a finger at Jaylen Brown like, where you at? You supposed to be developing. You was picked number 3 overall in the draft 2016, and you're not giving us numbers. What's going on? So Jaylen Brown, he's seeking his money. He's betting on himself. That's good I think that's good. I think you should maximize your value. Don't
sure.
Yeah, just don't take the extension all willy-nilly. Like, keep your options open throughout the season. But at the same time, he got to put in work. I think he's going to be like the 6th man with the Boston Celtics. So he got to up his points per game and everything else and become a leader of that team.
No, I totally agree. Jaylen Brown definitely needs to step it up because last year, he was kind of like, we didn't really hear from him last year. He said he averaged 13 points a game. Yeah. So right now he has decided to bet on himself. Bet on yourself. You have the opportunity to improve. You know what I mean? Just with space, a little more space over there with the Celtics. So I hope it works out in his favor. We've seen plenty of examples where it has worked in their favor and examples where it has not worked in their favor. In the NBA and in other leagues. So my advice to Jaylen Brown is, since you bet on yourself, don't be fooling around. Hope you fool around. It's gonna show come beginning Tuesday. So definitely look out for Jaylen Brown and see where his contract talks go from here.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he can ball out. And one last thing, some unfortunate news. Zion Williamson going down with a knee injury. It's been reported that he's going to miss several weeks starting the NBA season. This is the same knee injury that he had developed with in summer league play. He injured his knee in summer league play in the game, and he sat out the rest of the game. So it's a fortunate situation, bad start for Zion. How would this impact the Pelicans and Zion himself?
From Zion himself, he's a rookie, so you got to think about everything that's going to have to come into factor. Everyone expected everyone had high expectations for Zion Williamson, right? And then for him, I'm sure he had those high expectations for himself as well. So he needs to start considering how to bring other elements, other weapons to his repertoire, because continuously having the injuries, you know what I mean? That's going to take a toll. That's going to take a toll on his other extremities. It's going to take a toll on him mentally and physically. So he needs to take care of himself. He needs to change sneakers, change the game, incorporate different things. Him and his team to figure out what's the best road to success for him. For a team, on a team standpoint, everybody's looking to see Zion Williamson. From a business perspective, everyone bought their tickets, to see Zion Williamson, right? And company, if you will. And it's unfortunate that's the way it is, but he's the number one overall pick this last year. So I think it's going to be an impact, but it's interesting to see how the Pelicans medical staff will be taking care of him and his knee injury, and not speed him up to recovery, but monitor his recovery, right? It's a lot. That's a lot of. But the way his game is, how athletic he is, it's gonna take a toll on the knees and his legs. So, like I said, again, it's something that we need to definitely worry about. He needs to worry about. Everyone needs to take a lot of precaution when it comes to this, because we don't want to shorten a man's career before he can start.
Yeah, no. To piggyback off that kind of, I hated. Well, I don't want to say hated. That was a strong word. I was kind of taken aback how hard he played in the preseason. Like, I know he got a lot to prove, and that's his nature. He plays hard in every game, but like, I just wanted him to get a feel of the game a little bit and get some rest, because he's put a lot of pressure on himself. He's worked harder than he has ever worked for his basketball. He's the number one pick. He's trying to live up to that. So you see him doing these highlight dunks and all that stuff, and you already suffered a knee injury in the summer. So you got to relax a little bit. Take a step back a little bit. It's all right. And get yourself ready for the long run. That's one thing that I worried about Zion coming out of the draft. It's like how hard he plays, how physical he plays. He jumps out the gym. That takes a toll on your knees.
Every time.
Takes a toll on your knees. And now look, he has a knee injury, and we don't know when he's coming back. So definitely, my advice is definitely take your time. Don't rush back. You are an important piece to the Pelicans' future going forward. So you want to keep yourself intact. And at the same time, don't fall under everybody else's expectations. Stay in your own lane, because everybody's going to expect you to be Superman basically when you come back, and you don't need to. So just take your time, and things will progress naturally.
Get time, do it right. You can do it right. Oh, sorry, my bad. But definitely agree with you on that. He definitely needs to take his time in his recovery coming back from that knee injury. He needs them knees, clearly.
Yeah, no. When is your album coming out?
Oh, hush.
that was the end of episode 1 of the Extra Pass CNC Sports Show. We might have more of these in the near future, but after you get done with this, stay tuned. We got a big episode coming for you. We talking about the NBA season 2019-2020 season kicking off pretty soon, and we cover every single base there is to cover. So stay tuned for that.